Credit card giant Mastercard has launched a crypto debit card. This is really big. And Cardano has joined Ripple, Algorand, and Hedera in a new alliance. This is a really big partnership. We're going to break it down. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as a thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, the big news of the day is that Mastercard has launched a euro-denominated crypto debit card, enabling users to spend crypto from self-custodial wallets at over 100 million merchants. It's incredible who's involved in building with crypto now. You have banks, stock exchanges, credit card companies, the largest payment companies in the world, and of course, BlackRock, Fidelity, and all of Wall Street. They're all here, and I don't know how people can still be bearish. I guess they're just so focused on the price in the micro versus the macro, but I'm looking at the price in the macro. I'm looking at the building that's taking place, who's adopting, who is building the on and off ramp. So this is incredible news. Let me give you the details. So global payment giant Mastercard is expanding its support for non-custodial cryptocurrency wallets in a new collaboration that enables users to spend crypto while being their own bank. After piloting a crypto debit card with the major self-custodial MetaMask wallet in August, Mastercard's new partnership with the European crypto payments infrastructure provider Mercuryo would further connect traditional finance and crypto. In collaboration, Mastercard has enabled a new euro-denominated debit card that allows users to spend cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin stored on self-custodial wallets at more than 100 million merchants in the Mastercard network. Now, I think the key point there, folks, is the self-custodial wallets. I think this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, because generally you would have to have your crypto on an exchange for you to be able to spend it. But the fact that they can do it with self-custodial wallets is really great. And I believe in self-custody, guys. I believe that's the way. Don't get me wrong. I believe like my mom and dad and people who are not tech savvy will lean towards ETFs and so forth. But if you understand this technology and you know your way around a computer, it's best to go with self-custody where you control your private keys. So according to Christian Rao, who is the senior vice president of Mastercard's crypto and fintech enablement, the firm's collaboration with Mercuryo builds on its growing commitment to support self-custody wallets. Here is a quote. At Mastercard, we are working closely with partners to innovate and enhance the self-custody wallet experience. Through our collaboration with Mercuryo, we're eliminating traditional barriers between blockchain and conventional payments, providing consumers who want to spend their digital assets with an easy, reliable, and secure way to do so anywhere Mastercard is accepted. Now, as always, folks, game theory will play out here. Visa, Discover, American Express, watch what they do next, right? No one wants to get left behind. We know Visa is neck deep in crypto. They're using USDC. They're doing a lot of great things. So all of them see the disruption that's at their doors, so they are adapting, which is smart because if they don't, they will end up like Blockbuster, which did not adapt well to the internet, and Netflix came along and stole their lunch, right? So this is the future, folks. Look at the names that are involved here. It's pretty incredible. Now, moving ahead, we got big news here that Cardano has joined Hedera, the Algorand Foundation, Ripple, and the XRP Labs as the final founding members of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance, with 2-year seats on the Technical Oversight Committee providing input on governance and core alliance policies. So the Decentralized Recovery Alliance, in their bio on X, says, making the recovery of secrets for digital assets recovery simple, secure, and decentralized. So I love that these crypto projects and companies are all coming together and working on solutions. That's so important. And in a way, we do need to self-govern ourselves. We can't just depend on the government to do certain legislation and regulations. We have to build the solutions. We have to make sure we weed out the bad actors and that we're pushing the technology forward, because if we're divided, we can fall. There are people who want to stop crypto, right? A la Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler and many of the TradFi incumbents who would love to see this technology get wiped out because they're getting disrupted. And that's an age-old story, right? New players come along and offer disruption, but a lot of them are fighting hard because this involves money. And, money is just a big part of the fabric of our civilization and society. I don't think I need to stress the importance there. So if you're taking away the control of payments and the movement of value, that's a big disruption, possibly the biggest, right? Because as mentioned, money is what we all work for and how our society functions and why we're not beating each other up in the streets for bread, right? It's a whole economic system that needs to continue. So you can imagine a JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and all these folks don't like these new blockchains and protocols, don't like the startups. They want to control it and not have these folks around. So they said here, in addition, the DLT Science, that is the DLT Science Foundation, Hashpack Wallet, and the Oasis Protocol and Palisade have joined as alliance members to advance the alliance's mission of creating a decentralized interoperable recovery standard to facilitate the widespread adoption of crypto in Web3. So big news. I like this. We need more of this. And it looks like pretty much Hedera was the one spearheading this for the most part. But big names part of this, right? Algorand Foundation, Ripple and XRP Labs, Cardano, obviously. And I hope we see more of this. Now, folks, a great place where you can grab all these tokens, Cardano, HBAR, XRP, and so forth, is on Uphold, which is a great crypto platform that I've been using for years, guys, since 2018. So I can vouch for this platform. They have 260 plus cryptocurrencies. And folks, they just launched today a brand new product, which I'm going to be leveraging. You can earn up to 5% on your USD balance. So picture this, you cash out some profits from your crypto trading and investments. You can leave it on Uphold and earn interest. Now, I know you may say, well, what makes it different from a bank? Why would I want to do that? It is fully insured. You can go in and out of it at any point. There's no lock term. So you're not locked in for a year or 2 years or anything like that. You can go in and out of it at any point. And as mentioned, fully insured, FDIC insured, and there are no monthly fees or subscriptions. So you're not paying anything here. You're just earning. So as a user of Uphold, I plan to park some of my crypto bull market profits as I take them here and earn the interest. Now, I'm not going to put everything here in full transparency. I'm going to move my funds around, remove debt, reinvest, and so forth. But some of it, sit here, let that fiat earn, right, folks? So this is really great. And I don't think there's any other exchange that offers anything like this. It's pretty unique. And once again, no fees, FDIC insured. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Okay, folks, we got news from Injective, and that is a blockchain project. I think I remember interviewing one of the founders years ago, and I wish I had bought the INJ token. It did really well in the run-up of 2023, but look, you can't invest in everything. You can't catch everything. But Injective is introducing the first ever tokenized index for BlackRock's Buidl fund, a perpetual index product that tracks the supply of the Buidl fund itself. Now users can access the fund with the lowest fees and the fastest speeds in crypto. Buidl is BlackRock's first tokenized fund issued on a public blockchain, also known as the BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund. Buidl provides institutional investors access to yield on assets such as US Treasuries. Specifically, the Buidl token offers a stable value of $1 per token. In addition, token holders get a dividend that accrues daily and is then paid every month. The contents of the fund and source of the yield include cash, US Treasury bills, and the repurchase agreements. According to recent data from the real-world assets analytics platform RWA.xyz, the Buidl fund has accrued over $500 million in assets under management, which makes Buidl the largest tokenized fund to date. And they said here, the Buidl index by Injective was created in collaboration with Stork Oracle, a decentralized on and off-chain price feed. The index perpetual market tracks the underlying supply of the Buidl fund itself, enabling users to predict the direction of inflows and outflows. So folks, we are seeing all types of financial products being built here. And this is smart of the folks at Injective to do this around BlackRock. obviously because of the reputation, the cachet, the security, and much more. It's really smart. So you can see the ecosystem is growing here, and it's all running on blockchain and using crypto in different ways. So amazing stuff. So today, folks, Donald Trump spoke at the New York Economic Club, or the Economic Club of New York, and he reiterated his support for crypto, saying, instead of attacking industries of the future, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin. So he continues to make his stance very clear. Kamala Harris, where the hell are you? Where's your statement? It's not hard to make a statement like this, right? Where you at least show to the industry you're ready to support and do these things and can rally the rest of the Democrats so that we can get crypto regulations through the Senate and much more. But look, I think Kamala Harris is dropping the ball here, and then, we'll see how the election turns out. Now, moving ahead, we got the leader of the Venezuelan opposition, Maria Corina Mercado, proposes using Bitcoin as a national reserve asset. So she was interviewed, and she said Bitcoin is a lifeline and vital means of resistance. So we are just seeing globally crypto, as I've been saying, is getting mass penetration, whether it be in TradFi, in politics, and pop culture. It's amazing. And it's what I've been saying, it's become ubiquitous. And I'm so bullish. I am so bullish. I don't care what the hell the price is doing right now. And it's not doing much right now, right? And even this month, historically, is just a bloody month for the markets, not just crypto. But you got to look past that. You got to look at what is taking place here. And this is why we don't invest with our emotions. We look at data, we look at the macro, we look at charts and the fundamentals and so forth. And all of it is pointing to adoption, folks. And here's another example of that. Bitwise Asset Management put out a study here showing that stablecoins are changing how we move money. The transaction of volumes continue to increase. It's amazing. It's growing and growing and growing. The chart compares Q1 of 2020 to Q2 of just this year, and it includes USDT, USDC, and others. The data doesn't lie, and this is what I'm looking at, folks, not my emotions, not how I feel this morning, not what the price is doing right now, but what is happening from an adoption standpoint, the macro, and so forth. So very, very bullish. Final news item here. It's an update from Paul Grewal, Chief Legal Officer at Coinbase, as it relates to the SEC. He says, today, Judge Falia ruled from the bench on our motion to compel the SEC to provide key information for the defense of our case. In short, the court ordered the SEC to produce important discovery. I'll share the full transcript when we have it so you can read it for yourself. In the meantime, we thank the court for its careful consideration. So Coinbase making some progress here in the court. And I love that the industry is fighting back, punching back against this bully that is Gary Gensler in the SEC, who, as I've said, is a scumbag regulator, a puppet on strings, being used, weaponized to attack crypto startups like Coinbase and all these companies to try to shut them down so that his Wall Street buddies can come in and take over. That's the game, because I've often said two things are happening in parallel. How can BlackRock, Fidelity, and all of Wall Street be here tokenizing, launching ETFs? They're not getting Wells notices. They're not getting sued, but the crypto startups are. Two things happening side by side. How is it possible? It's because how dare you try to attack the throne, right? We're going to, you peasants, you crypto startup peasants, we're going to destroy you. But the great thing about the US, we have the rule of law and we have checks and balances and separation of power. So the courts have been the great equalizer, handing Gary Gensler some big losses, some embarrassing ones, getting called arbitrary and capricious, getting sanctioned by the courts and much more. So we got to keep fighting, though, right? That's what we got to do. You got to punch back at the bully. So I love that all of these people who are getting Wells notices are like, okay, we'll see you in court. It used to be people would get scared and they'd be like, oh, well, we'll just settle. Okay, don't beat us up, SEC. Now, that's not the case. And the crypto industry politically raised over $200 million and they're supporting pro-crypto candidates. So the tide is shifting. As I've been saying, we're moving from the then they fight you phase to then you win phase. And it's a transition period, right? It doesn't happen overnight, but we're seeing the wins racking up. So I'm bullish, guys. I hope you are too. If the price bothers you, don't look at it. Step away from it. It will go back up. It's market cycles playing out. So be patient. folks. All right, let me know what you guys think about the news, the Mastercard news, and Cardano joining the rest of the altcoins in that alliance. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to sign up for my free email newsletter. It is 100% free. It's on Substack. Also, grab a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto. It's available on Amazon in paperback and digital. Buy a copy to support the podcast. Buy a few copies for your friends and family who want to learn about crypto. This can make a great gift. It will teach them about the crypto's past, present, and future, and also provide tips for investing in crypto. And if you bought a copy already, please leave a rating and review on Amazon. It will really help me out. Thank you, and I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.